Hello, welcome to HTM Hackers Hangout. I just watched last month's Hackers Hangout, and I started it by saying, hello, welcome to HTM Hangers Hackout. I had no clue. So thanks for joining us. I have a few things to talk about, and I think I'll share my screen, and then we'll just open it up for anybody who joins in and has any questions. Let me share my screen. Okay, so first thing is inception. The second thing is, okay, breaking changes. So there is a post on HTM forum about breaking changes. I'm breaking things a lot, API, breaking changes to the API to clean things up. So we kind of made the decision a while back to be like, let's just do what we need to do to clean up the code base and not worry so much about backwards compatibility as long as we announce it properly and we have a versioning scheme in progress. And so we got all that stuff done. 0.7.0 is going to introduce a bunch of breaking changes because we want to get our API into a certain state. And we want to be able to improve our code. So that's what we're doing. And we're pre 1.0 right now. So, I mean, this is typical of a project in this state. This is going to keep happening. And I'm going to try and keep good logs of this on our forum with things like this, link to the PRs and tell you sort of what you might need to change to make the upgrade. A lot of these are just module name changes that if you're using them for whatever reason, a simple search and replace should be able to fix them. But the other thing that I'm working on, aside from refactoring, changing the API signature, is accompanying that with new API documentation. So there's a lot more documentation than we've ever had, like by times 100. So we've got tons of stuff in here under the OPF on how to run experiments. Some of this is still incomplete, but I'm getting through it, and lots of good stuff on our algorithms documentation, and even these quick starts I think I showed you, but I'm finding some really nice things to show, like example model parameters, like a one-stop place to go and understand all the different parameters for things. I'd like to format this a little differently, but I'm starting to put this type of stuff together. So I would enjoy feedback. Try and use these if you're trying to use Nupic or build Nupic. I've already seen a tutorial, so it seemed based off of this. Love to have feedback on that. I think that's the only two main things I wanted to talk about. We are still, we're trying to get to a 1.0, but that is a line in the sand. Really, the main thing is the improvements that we're making in order to get there. So we're still working on serialization, and there's still a lot of documentation to do, and a lot of cleanup tasks. So one last thing is I've had a couple talks recently, and I think they both went really well. So I just wanted to say that. Thanks for coming to the talks. We had a little HTM social hour in Boston last week, and there's 15 or so people that came to that and hung out for like 3 hours and talked about HTMs the whole time. So that was fun. And the Open Data Science Conference, I got a lot of people from that talk come to the social event. So people seem excited about this, and a lot of new people that have never heard of it are getting it. So that's great. So good news on my end. I'm just going to be continuing working on documentation and stuff. I see some of the community have joined in. Does anybody want to bring up a topic for discussion? That awkward silence is necessary because of network latency. Anyway, thank you all for joining us then. I guess that's it for this week's 5-minute HTM Hangers Hackout. And I'll see you guys on the forums. Take care.
See ya.